Hello friends. Welcome to I Have a Vision Academy YouTube channel. In short, I Have Academy. So without any further ado, let's start our polity course. See, I have seen a lot of aspirants getting confused in the basic political terms. Like I have seen a lot of aspirants getting confused between an MP and an MLA. The difference between the written constitution and the unwritten constitution. So I thought better start with the basics. Okay, so first term we have here is democracy. So if I tell you the past of democracy, I think the concept originated in Athens in some 500 BC. Okay, but that is not important according to our exam point. Some more basics I will tell you. See, in democracy, the word demos means common people. Kratos means power or strength. Means the strength or the power of a common man. So when we combine these two Greek letters, we got the term democracy. So it is itself self-explanatory that the power or the rule of common people is nothing but our democracy. Okay. If I give you the technical definition, so this is the very common definition. मुझे पता है आप सबने rectification किया है इस चीज का. But what does this definition mean? I will explain you. Government by the people. We have seen that democracy means the power of a common man. Okay. So the power of the common man is such that they will elect their representatives which form government. So it is the government by the people. The people will form the government. Okay. Coming to second, it is of the people, means the ownership of government is people. The government is owned by the people. Okay, that's what it means, of the people. And for the people, see, the people have formed this government by themselves, so they are the owner of the government. But what task does government play? So the government has been formed with the primary objective to serve its people only. Okay, so that means it is for the people. It will look into the grievances of a common people. That is for the people. So democracy is the type of governance in which government is formed by the people, of the people, for the people. So I think this definition has been quoted by some US president. So never mind. Going forward, now there are two types of democracy. We will dwell into each and every topic when the chapter arrives. It is a basic class. Indirect democracy. What is the direct democracy? It means when the legislations are to be formed. Means in common language, when a law has to be made for some particular purpose, so the common people of the country will involve themselves in the legislation process. That's what it means. Direct democracy means if I have a country, uh, this is a country, okay, named Shurveer, okay, this is a country named Shurveer, and it comprises of 2000 peoples. So a particular bill has to be formed in this country for the adoption of stray dogs, okay. So these 2000 people will debate and discuss and form this legislation. This is what it means, the direct democracy. Means there are no representatives of these 2000 people. These 2000 people are themselves involved in the legislation process. So this is nothing but direct democracy. Acha, it is a theoretical concept or a practical concept? Yes, it is practical in some Northern Europe countries, I think. Okay. Indirect democracy. Also known as aka representative democracy. Now, how does this type of democracy differs from this type? From the word, it is very much clear. The people will elect their representative or nominate their representative in a legislation house. Okay. So if I took the same example of Shurveer country, 2000 people by the mode of elections will elect their representative. Let's assume any number, 15 representatives, and these 15 representatives will reflect the ideology of these 2000 people. So when a legislation has to be passed on the matter of adoption of stray dogs, so these 2000 people's opinion doesn't matter, but this 15 people opinion will matter, and they will decide and vote on this legislation. Okay. So this is nothing but indirect or representative democracy, which you can see in many number of countries, including our pyara Bharat. Okay, the direct democracy concept is over here. Okay. Now the indirect or representative democracy can be subdivided into two types of governance. Presidential form, and you all know this, parliamentary form. What is the difference between these two? We will explain in some other lectures. But this is a basic class, so I will tell you the basic difference. With this term, you are familiar with, because India is a parliamentary representative democracy. Very tongue twisting word. Parliamentary representative democracy. India. Okay. USA is presidential representative democracy. Okay. The president is the head of the government and the country. That is a presidential democracy. Okay. So in presidential democracy, the president is head of the government and of the country. Okay. In parliamentary democracy, the president is the head of the country and not of the government. Who is the head of the government? The head of the government is our PM, Prime Minister. ठीक है? This is some basic difference. Let's go further ahead and dive deep into these basic concepts. So there is a small concept known as pillars of democracy. What are these pillars of democracy? You have all heard it. Legislature, executive, judiciary. And I think I should have to add one more head, the dotted line. Why this dotted line? Kind of informal division. Okay. So pillars of democracy, we have legislature, executive, judiciary. Let me explain in one line. Legislature or legislation means law making. Okay. So what does this represent? It represents nothing but the parliament in India. Okay. So legislature are the one who forms a law and enacts them. Okay. Coming to executive. The executive is the implementation arm of the legislature. So what does executive do? Means the adoption of stray dog bill has been passed from legislature. So the bill has been enacted in the country. Okay. The bill becomes an act, hence enacted. So that particular bill will go to executive, and executive has the duty to implement that bill without changing its nature. Okay. And this executive represents nothing but Council of Minister. Okay. We will dig deep in this term in our near future. Coming to judiciary. Judiciary is a supervisory arm of the democracy. What does it mean? Means it see the working of executive and legislature, that everything is in accordance with the father of all terms, Constitution. What is a constitution? I will explain you in different lecture. So judiciary performs a supervisory roles, okay, on executive and legislature. Means the legislature can't go beyond its power. Same goes for the executive. Okay. So in near future, if the legislature or executive will foray into each other's territory, okay, so judiciary will come into play, and with him he will carry constitution also. Judiciary आएगी, constitution खोलेगी, बोलेगी ये प्रोविजन तो गलत है भाई, देयर इज अ सेपरेशन ऑफ पावर्स इन आवर कंट्री. सो हाउ डज लेजिस्लेचर और एग्जीक्यूटिव foray into each other's territory? So judiciary stops this law which is not in line with the constitution. So that is the purpose of our judiciary. Now this arm, this informal arm, which is media. See, media has grown a lot of in our this present. I will give you an example. Everyone has seen Rustam movie. So the Nanavati case, I think it was in 1950s. So we have all seen what influence, what pressure can media create on the judges and altering their judgments. So this is the power of media. That's why most of the experts call media as a fourth pillar of democracy. These are the three pillars, and this is a fourth pillar of democracy. That's why media should also be made responsible, because it alters the public opinion. Doesn't matter in a good way or a bad way. But in today's time, it is more or less about TRP only. We have all heard in news that TRP scam. Okay. So this is the pillars of democracy. So I think this class is enough for clearing the basics of democracy. In next class, we will deal with constitution. Okay. Its forms or types. We will start with constitution topic and its form and types. So I think I have explained in a very easy and lucid manner to you. So if you like this video, please share it with your friends and subscribe to our channel. तब तक के लिए थैंक यू.